Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And Elon Musk said he's not worried about Twitter employees quitting because a lot of people are lining up to work for new Twitter.
Yep.
I am not one of those people. You're looking at me like you want to go work for Space Daddy, don't you?
No, I just was waiting to see how long it took you to get Space Daddy in the conversation.
Anyway, what was it, about 10 seconds?
No, it's a little longer, I think.
A little longer than that. We're going to talk about this. I thought this was kind of funny because he's basically like, you know, if you perform, there's a place for you at my companies. If you don't perform, well, see ya. And he's going to have
common sense.
Yeah, right. There used to be common sense in hiring, but apparently lots of people want to work for the new Twitter. So, you know, we had all these employees threatening to quit. Like, we're not going to work for that stinky man, Elon Musk, that billionaire. We're going to quit, and then you're going to have Twitter, but nobody to run it. And he's like, yeah, I already figured you're going to quit because you're a bunch of whiny assholes.
Well, it's probably people who wanted to work for Twitter who got ran off before.
Well, that kind of happened with Google. There were a bunch of people working at Google that got backlash because they weren't on board with the diversity and inclusion initiatives, toot, and lawsuits over that shit. But yeah, very interesting. There was a change in Silicon Valley. I mean, we saw Substack even put that thing out that, like, if you have a problem with Elon Musk, please don't come work for us because you're gonna have the same problems working for us.
Yeah.
And Coinbase and Spotify has kind of told its employees to go lay down, and yeah. So the activists are running out of places to work. And
yeah, not any more rocks to hide under.
No more rocks to hide under. That should be the title of this video. No more rocks to hide under. Anyway, we're going to talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 266,000 subs. You can follow us at Real Clownfish TV on Twitter. Twitter is going to be cleaned up, I think, in the next couple of months once Musk takes over. Now, he said he's going to take it private for a while. Couple of years or something, then he's going to turn around and sell it again or something, or go public with it. But I think he needs to get rid of all the people crawling under the rocks.
They might not have to. They might just, you know, slither out to another rock on their own.
Yeah, so he put this tweet out, and then we're going to talk about the prospects, you know, working there. If Twitter acquisition completes, company will be super focused on hardcore software engineering design, InfoSec, and server hardware. It's going to be a tech company. I strongly believe that all managers in a technical area must be technically excellent. Managers in software must write great software, or it's like being a cavalry captain who can't ride a horse.
You mean I can't just do a job because I want to? I have to actually be qualified to do said job?
Yeah.
Well, that's hate speech.
Yeah, right?
I mean, that Twitter just is full of hate speech. I mean, that's not freedom of speech.
This is a bad take, Elon.
Oh, I was kidding.
Great software engineers don't magically make great managers. That's actually true, but I mean, it's kind of like you need to know what you're talking about. I mean, I've actually advocated for, before I've actually said that President of the United States, I personally believe, should have had to have served in the military because you're the commander-in-chief of the most powerful army on the planet. I think you need to have some military experience.
You don't have to, manager doesn't have to necessarily have the software experience, but it helps significantly.
Oh, yeah.
How can you manage someone and tell them what to do effectively, completely, if you yourself don't know how to do what you're doing? Like, if, you know, I get some skills translate between different, you know, markets or, different jobs, sectors, I guess is what I'm looking for, but other ones don't. And to me, like, if I was going to teach somebody, I was going to be a boss of somebody doing something, I should at least know what's involved in doing that thing to be able to tell them how to do that thing and manage them effectively.
It used to be that the way it worked with companies was you had people that started out on the ground floor, you know, working in the factory or whatever, and they'd work their way up through the ranks, and eventually they would be put in charge. And they knew how the company worked, and that's not how it works anymore. Now it's like you're fresh out of college, you get a job managing people that have been doing the job for years.
Here, let me just fix it for them. You know, they're talking about great software engineers don't magically make great managers. Okay, because what they're mad about is it should be great Twitter activists are the ones that should be the managers and tell everybody else how to write the software to, you know, fall into that activism position. And that's what they're pissed about.
Well, that's what's going on in a lot of companies now. They're hiring activists fresh out of college. Look at what happened with comics. You had people coming into comics getting gigs as editors who have never written or drawn a comic in their life.
Getting gigs as artists, and the arts were like, so every panel the art looked completely different. And it was inconsistent, and it was shit. But you're not allowed to make fun of their art because then you're a poopy pants asshole making fun of their art and making them feel bad. You never should have been hired on a pro book because your art looks like, I don't even insult first graders because I teach first graders and not to insult the first graders to compare your art to first grade work.
I firmly believe you should have a working knowledge. Like, you don't have to be the best artist or the best writer or whatever, but in comics, you should at least understand the industry and how it works. But again, we were, a lot of companies got into this, and it's because of these diversity and inclusion officers. They would hire people based on their identities, not their qualifications. And so what Musk is saying is like, hey, Twitter is going to be different, which is pretty sad. Twitter is going to be different because we're going to hire people that actually know what the hell they're doing to tell other people how to do their jobs.
This reminds me of one of our friends, one of the people that, when we were, no good nicks because of Twitter said so, they stopped talking to us. And I remember this person, and this person got really, really pissed off, really salty when you said, if you want to learn how to do something well, find somebody who's already doing it well and learn from them. Don't take advice from somebody who doesn't do it or doesn't know how to do it because, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
Find someone who's successful and get advice from that person.
I wasn't even that nice. I was very blunt about it. And I basically said, yeah, I never take advice from people who aren't where I want to be in life.
Well, no, something like that. But you're like, if you want to learn...
No, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, it's like if you want to learn, to do something, you find somebody who's successful at that thing, and then you figure out how they, what makes it work for them, and then try to find that. You don't go to somebody who's failing at it miserably and be like, I want to be like them and take advice from that person. This person got so pissed because this person set themselves up as an expert, telling everybody else what to do, how to do it, while they themselves did absolute nothing, and their stuff went nowhere, and it was a load of shit.
Yeah. This person was trying to set themselves up as a
guru.
A guru. And there is a lot of this, hope marketing. They were gurus. They were going to show you how to do crowdfunders.
Even though they had no idea how to do it.
They didn't have very successful crowdfunders. They were going to show you how to make money doing digital comics, even though they themselves were not doing well in digital comics. I basically said, I don't take advice from people who aren't where I want to be in life. You don't take financial advice from someone who's filed for bankruptcy multiple times.
Right. And that's kind of what, in a roundabout way, that's how this feels to me. It's like, you're going to find people, yes, managers aren't always, you can still be a good manager and not know every aspect of software development, right? But somebody who's a successful manager that actually has a track record of being a successful manager is somebody you want to hire over somebody who just is the right type of person at the time. And, Twitter likes for whatever reason to hire.
Yeah. So this needs to, so many of the problems we've seen in pop culture and tech and studios and everything, publishing, all of this could have been avoided had they just hired qualified people and not hired people based solely on their politics and their sexual identity and their racial identity.
The kicker is there are actual legitimate people out there that are fantastic, and they meet this other criteria you're looking for, and you step over them because they aren't the biggest megaphone screaming the loudest on places like Twitter and Tumblr.
Yep.
To have a following, and you thought you were going to just jump ahead by hiring those people and bringing their following with them. Meanwhile, there were people out there that were highly talented and skilled that happened to be insert whatever checkbox you want that are sitting there waiting and still haven't gotten a turn because they weren't the right type of person on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or Tumblr.
So this is coming from Fortune. Job interest in Twitter skyrockets more than 250% since Elon Musk moved to take over. Current employees are nervous. They should be, because they can be easily replaced. I think he's going to have to go in and clean house, and he's not going to have any problem finding people to work for him, with him on what Twitter was supposed to be. And a lot of people making comments to the effect that what Twitter is now is not what Twitter was designed to be. And, we're going back to what it was supposed to be 12, 15 years ago. Yeah,
you can go to work and do your job and not have to be harassed by, the activist types all the time.
Yep. So on Thursday, Daniel Zhao, a senior economist and data scientist at Glassdoor. I know some people over at Glassdoor.
Mm-hmm.
And they
said still there?
I believe so. And they said it's actually a very good place to work. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, because their job literally is to let people grade their employers, and they've got lots of data. This is what makes a good company. It doesn't. Anyway, they tweeted the interest in job openings at the social media giant was up 263% between April 24th and 30th. In a statement to Fortune, he clarified interest is defined by average daily clicks. So say what you will about Elon. he does have a large fan base of people excited to work for him. He's much more likely to capitalize on that attraction as CEO than owner, and he's going to be temporary CEO. But basically, he's not worried about it. Like, everybody could quit Twitter. I think he's already planning for this. He's made jokes about turning the San Francisco headquarters into a homeless shelter, because I think he realizes to get rid of the people that are actually holding Twitter back, he's going to have to clean house and probably move it to like Texas or something.
It'd be funny to me. I'm not saying this is what he's doing, but it would be funny if he had people that were being trained right now, so that if people like up and quit, you just plug them in and it makes no difference whatsoever.
I would.
I would too.
Yeah, I'd be like, I mean, that's the thing too. Like people, these companies, the way that these companies work, and I've been in situations like that. I've always told people, like, if you're going to leave your job, you better be damn sure that you have a backup plan, because as soon as you give your employer any indication whatsoever that you might leave, they're going to, especially if you have a critical position, if you're some kind of a manager, they're going to look at your job and be like, shit, we cannot be down.
Right. So
they're going to look for a backup, and he's got to be looking at all the backlash and like, yeah, I'm going to have to start over. I don't care. Lots of people want to come work for me. We'll just move it to Texas. Lots of people come work for me in Texas. It happened with Tesla. He can do it again.
And if he has these people trained and they don't go to Twitter and something happens and he loses the deal with Twitter, he could just start something else.
Yeah.
They're already trained.
Yeah. So he's basically buying the name and the infrastructure of the company, and then he's probably going to have to start over. But they make sure they get this in there at the very end. Well, Musk has disparaged current Twitter employees like Vijaya Gad, the company's widely respected top lawyer. She might be widely respected at Twitter, but a lot of people said she is the censor general over there. She's the one who calls the shots as far as what content gets banned, and so he knows he's got to start over. And I think as soon as the deal closes, if the deal closes, because the government's going to try to step in and screw it up, some heads are going to roll immediately, and it's going to be like, yep, everybody's fired, starting over. I already got my team in Texas waiting. You're done. Goodbye.
Well, there are people there, I'm sure, that shouldn't be
there
fired.
Probably are good people
I'm sure there are
huh?
good people there. I don't think everybody should be fired, but I think the people that are the extremist ones who keep threatening to leave, go ahead and leave.
Yeah, go leave. And I think
please.
Well, I mean, again, going back to last year, the year before with Coinbase, they even paid severance to get rid of activists. They're like, if you're not happy here, this is the direction the company is going in. We're going to be apolitical. We're just, facilitating financial transactions. If you want to leave, you're more than welcome to. Here's some money. Go. Please, go.
Well, it must have worked, because they screamed about it for a while. Now you don't hear anything.
No. So I think, I don't think he's going to be as nice. I don't think he's going to buy him out, but I think he's definitely going to have to clean house. So good. Going to wrap it up?
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe, it's open and brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like, I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
He better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. Ooh, sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.